over your anointing, and it really is confessions here. But God anoints each of us for our assignment, for our purpose, for our mandate in our lives. And I'm going to speak into that today. So, from this book I'm reading, let the anointing of God flow uncontaminated and unhindered in your life. May the anointing that is on your life for this season, this mission, this mandate, and purpose attract only those with divinely ordained assignments. Father, place the following anointings on your people. Solomon's anointing for resource management, wisdom, wealth, success, and prosperity. Isaac's anointing for investment strategies. Cyrus's anointing for financial acumen. Samuel's anointing for sensitivity and obedience to the voice of God. We all could use that. Esther's anointing for divine favor and kingdom strategies. Daniel's anointing for government excellence and integrity. Joseph's anointing for political, business, and economic leadership strategies. Joshua's anointing for warfare and prosperity and success strategies. Abraham's anointing for pioneering new territories, real estate acquisitions, and intergenerational covenant blessings. Moses' anointing as a trailblazer and leader. Nehemiah's anointing as a renovator and restorer. Ezra's anointing as an authentic worshiper of the true and living God. Deborah's anointing for balance. David's anointing for worship and praise. Paul's anointing for cutting edge apostolic revelation. Elijah's anointing for prophetic accuracy and insights. Elisha's anointing for servanthood, ministerial succession, and double portion of jurisdictional power and authority. Issachar's anointing for the discernment of correct times and seasons. Abigail's anointing for hospitality and prudence. Anna's anointing of intercession. Christ's anointing for prophetic prayer, spiritual warfare, signs, wonders, miracles, and purpose-driven life. Uzziah's anointing for technological advancement. The disciples' anointing for learning. Jabez's anointing for territorial and intellectual growth. Eve's anointing for fruitfulness and dominion. And all of these anointings can be what you confess over your life too. You can place your name in that place and say, I am anointed for hospitality and prudence. I am anointed for discernment of correct times and seasons. I am anointed. You put your name there and what you are anointed to do. Maybe you are called to work in the medical field. And you say, I am anointed to excel in my own expertise, whatever that is. So you put your name and make those confessions for yourself about what you are anointed for. And just remember, the assignment on your life is unique to you specifically. It's tailor-made, custom for you. So your purpose may not be like the next man's or mine or your family or friends. But you will give an account for your own assignment, your own gifting. So, and because of that, you want to make sure you're doing what you should, right? That you are anointed for the assignment that God has called you to. Because when you stand before God on the day of judgment, You have to give an account for what He has called you to do. Maybe you're not even doing that thing. So maybe you're called to be a teacher, but you are, maybe a mechanic. So you have to give an account, just like the men with the talents. One was given 1 talent and he buried it. Another was given 2 talents. Another was given 5 talents, or however it was. When they had to stand before God to give an account, they were judged according to how they multiplied it, basically. How they stewarded it, managed it, multiplied it. And because the one buried his talent, was like, God, hey, I saved it for you. I got it. It's right here. Let me get it. He was rebuked and called a wicked servant. So we have to give an account for what has been given to us, placed in our hands. And you want to make sure that you're doing all that God has called you to do. So make sure you find yourself faithful over your assignment, because you will give an account for that one day, whether you're using it or not, whether you buried it or not, so to speak. If you're not operating in that capacity in which you have been called or purposed to do, you will give an account for that. So search your heart, search your life, look introspectively, look at your gifts and talents, and ask the Lord, what should I be doing in this season? What am I put on this earth to do, if you don't know what your individual purpose is? And think about those things and ask the Lord to reveal it to you. Pray, fast, spend some time, because we don't have time to waste. We don't have time to walk around in the desert for 40 more years trying to figure it out, when God has made a way for the people of God to get to the promised land in an 11-day journey, right? So I'm paralleling that story to your present life. We don't have time to waste, in essence. We have to begin to live what God has called us to fulfill in this lifetime, right? So you are anointed to do what God has called you to do. And maybe you may not be operating in it now, but when you show up and begin to operate in that, watch the flow. Watch the river flow. Watch the dam break, so that you can begin to operate freely, effortlessly, seamlessly in the thing that God has called you to do. Okay? And I see some comments here. Let's see. Blessings to you. Blessings to you as well. Wish to hear you call. Okay, I know it's a lot going on. I definitely will. I'm so sorry. But we will be in touch, okay? Definitely, for sure. I've not forgotten about you. But thank you for being here to remind me too. I appreciate that. So anyway, it's your friend Kizzy Staten Gray with just another Bible study, short, quick, and sweet. And just know that God has given you a special anointing for your assignment, for your purpose. And you must begin to pray into that, steward over that, and manage it well, what God has called you for, your assignment, your purpose, okay? So meet me here tomorrow, same time, same station, for another live Bible study. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when I go live. All right. Kingdom blessings to you. It's your friend Kizzy Staten Gray. Look forward to spending this time with you each